Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to our technical English lesson for grade 11. Our lesson today is Review Unit A. In this review unit, we will revise and practice material from Units 1 and 2. We will cover the review in 3 lessons. So we call this Review 1 on pages 16 and 17 of your course books. Now let's look at the objectives. We have 2 main objectives in this lesson. Number 1, to recognize the meanings of 16 phrasal verbs. Number 2, to revise and practice using the present perfect and the present continuous in context. Let's start. Let's take a look at these phrasal verbs. Now, what do you notice about the verbs? Very good. They have 2 parts, a verb and an adverb. For example, pull out. Pull is a verb and out is an adverb. They are called phrasal verbs. A phrasal verb is a verb that is made up of a main verb together with an adverb or a preposition or both. In our case, we have verbs and adverbs. Great. Sometimes we can understand the meaning of phrasal verbs from the individual words in the phrasal verb. These ones here, they are separable. Separable means the object can separate the verb and the adverb. For example, pull the nail out. So the object here is between the verb and the adverb. Now, let's look at the word order of the phrasal verb with noun and pronoun objects. Look at this picture. We can say pull the nail out as an instruction. We can give instruction saying pull the nail out. You can see that the object, the nail, which is a noun, comes between the verb and the adverb. We can also say pull out the nail. So here the object, which is a noun, comes after the adverb. And finally, when the object is a pronoun, here, it can only come between the verb and the adverb and not after the adverb. Okay, now let's move to our first task on page 16 of your course books. Open your course books to page 16. Task 1. Match the pictures with the instructions in the box. We have instructions here in this box and pictures here. Our task is to match them. First, I want you to pause the video and read the instructions. Good. You can see that the instructions have phrasal verbs. So we will do number 1 together and you do the rest. Now, I have a good news for you before we start. We can understand the meanings of these phrasal verbs from the individual words. For example, look at the jack here and the arrow. what does the arrow indicate? It indicates the path of the jack, that is, away from the car. And the mechanic is taking it. So, take and away. So, the instruction is take it away. Very good. So now, pause the video and do the rest. Good. Now let's check our answers. Number 2, we have the on here and switch. So it's switch it on. And number 3, take it off, because of this arrow is coming off the car. Number 4, pick them up. So I hope you notice the pronoun here, them. Them is used because we have plural here, the spanners. We have 2 spanners. So moving on to number 5, this is switch it off. Number 6, I want you to notice the 2 pedals here. So push them down. Number 7, pull it back. Number 8, pull it out. Number 9, put it on. Number 10, notice the batteries, plural. Take them out. You have plural here as well. 11, put them down. Number 12, pour it out. Number 13, notice the arrow. Push it in. Number 14, pull it forward. Number 12, put it in. And the last one, pour it in. Moving on to our next objective, that is revise and practice using the present perfect and the present continuous in context. Now, read the sentences and notice the verbs in red. These 2 sentences. Then answer the questions. Now, sentence 1, I am taking the tires off now. Number 2, I have taken the tires off. Which sentence uses A, the present perfect because the task is done, B, the present continuous because the task is in progress? So A is number 2 and B is of course number 1. So you use the present continuous to say what you're doing now, and the present perfect to say what you have done. Now let's take a look at the structure of both the present continuous and the present perfect. We'll start with the present continuous. I am taking the tires off now. So you can see that we have the subject, the verb to be, which depends on the subject, and then the main verb with ing. So we have subject plus verb to be, and then the verb with ing. The sentence can be positive, negative, or a question. For the positive sentence, we have I am studying electronics, and you, we, they go with the verb to be are, breaking the safety rules. He, she, it go with is. So he is cleaning the car. For the negative, you have this. Not is added to make the sentences negative. I am not studying electronics. We are not breaking the safety rules. Well, it's not good to break safety rules, of course. She is not cleaning the car. For the question, we have, am I talking to the manager? Are you? Are we? Are they working on the same project? Is he? Is she? Is the robot wearing a hard hat? You can see that the word order is reversed. The question starts with verb to be followed by the subject. Very good. Now let's move on to the present perfect. We have, I have taken the tires off now. So you can see that we have subject and auxiliary have, which can either be have or has, and then the past participle, that's verb 3 of the main verb. So that is subject plus has or have, then plus the past participle of the main verb. The sentence can be positive, negative, or a question. For the positive sentence, you have I, you, we, they have repaired the car. And then he, she, it, or any singular subject has broken the printer, like Ahmed has broken the printer. For the negative, we have I, you, we, they have not repaired the car. So we use the word not to make the sentences negative. And finally, for the question, the word order is reversed. We start the question with have or has. Have I repaired the car? Well, basically, you don't ask yourself a question. So you have you, have we, have they, and has he, has she, has it broken the printer? Let's do task 2 on the same page. That is page 16 of the course book. Task 2. Complete these dialogues. You can see that for each dialogue, there is a verb between brackets. Switch off, bring out, take off, put on, take away, and put back. And each dialogue has 2 gaps, which we need to fill out using the correct forms of the verb. That is either the present perfect or the present continuous. Number 1 is done. We will go over it together and then you will do the rest yourselves. Number 1. What is the verb between the brackets? It is switch off. Now, A. Have you switched off the engine yet? Why is switched off used? That is, why is the past participle of the verb switch off used? Very good. It is because this is a question in the present perfect. So the past participle of the verb must be used. Good. Number 2, B. No, not yet. I am switching it off now. Now we have switching it off. So that is the present continuous is used. Why is the present continuous used? That is adding ing to the main verb. Why? Because this is happening now. I am switching it off now. And you will notice also that here we have it. This is a pronoun used to replace the engine. And you know that if it's a pronoun, it cannot come after the adverb. It has to come between the verb and the adverb. Now, pause the video and do the rest. Good. Let's check our answers. Number 2. The verb between the brackets is bring out. And here we have has she space the jacket. So this is a question in the present perfect. So we need the past participle of the verb, and the past participle of this verb is brought out. So we have has she brought out the jacket? B. No, she hasn't. Look, she is space now. This indicates present continuous. So we need to add ing to the verb bringing out. But we're talking about the jug. So we say bringing it out. So no, she hasn't. Look, she is bringing it out now. Number 3, this question is in the present perfect. So we need the past participle of the verb, which is taken off. So we have has he taken off the will nots yet. So B. No, not yet. I think he is space at the moment. So this is the present continuous. So we need to add ing to the main verb. But I want you to notice that not will not here is plural. So instead of using it to replace it, we have to use them. Very good. So we have I think he is taking them off at the moment. Number 4, have you space the new wheels yet? So we need the past participle because this is a question in the present perfect. So what is the past participle of put on? It is put on. Very good. So we have you put on the new wheels yet? Hold on. I am space right now. Present continuous. So ing. I am putting them on right now. Number 5. Have the mechanics space the jacks yet? This is a question in the present perfect, so we need the past participle. So it is taken away. So taken away. B. Not yet, but I think they are space now. They are taking them away. Taking them away now. And the last one is has Bill space the spark plugs yet? And the verb is put back. This is the present perfect, so we need the past participle of put back, and it is put back. B. I don't think so. I think he is space now. So this is the present continuous, and plugs is plural, so we use them. So putting them back now. Now let's wrap up the lesson. We have recognized the meanings of 16 phrasal verbs. Make sure to use them in writing and speaking. We have also revised and practiced using the present perfect and the present continuous. The structure of the present continuous is subject plus verb be and then the main verb with ing. And the structure of the present perfect is subject plus have or has and then the past participle of the main verb. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you will be with me in our next class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.